Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Darkside of Astrology. It's Oneyda, and I am here with today's astrological mindfulness forecast. So today is Friday, January 8th, 2021. And I need to grab my phone. Give me a moment. Sorry about that. I need to use my phone to see where the planets are positioned, but I mean, I know where they are, but still, I like to make sure that I'm not making any errors. Like I was saying yesterday, Sagittarius sun, Capricorn ascendant and moon, I could be very, you know, uh, thorough at times. At times, I'm really not. So yesterday, you know, we had things shifting. They were moving from, to different places. Yesterday, our moon was shifting from Libra to Scorpio. Mercury was leaving Capricorn into Aquarius, and Venus was leaving Sagittarius into Capricorn. So today we have new place, the new placements. I'm just trying to see. Okay, thank God. We're only going to be dealing with a Scorpio moon for a day. So like there's definitely movement happening today. And it's like I was saying yesterday, it's definitely the beginning of new. It's not even new. It's just like it's the beginning of so much activity that's happening in the month of January. Like I have an overview on the channel. When you visit the channel, you'll see that there's a video that my associate, she makes, and it tells you all the key dates for January. January is a busy month. Like, things aren't going to like slow down or anything like that. Like things are moving, and I do believe that I think we're starting to realize how much it is moving, and and the traction that we're in, like it's like not going to slow down. Even with action planet Mars in Taurus, it's still not like moving slow, like that's why I was very I don't know if it was thorough, but I feel like I did a good job explaining what it means to have the action planet in Taurus, and how the darker side of it, it's like, it's just like pure irritation, frustration, tempers flaring, just like these outbursts of aggression. And I mean, on the lighter side, like on, like that good side, it's like, just having that patience, being thorough, being determined, like taking that, like, that drive of the action planet, and being very determined of accomplishing something and getting it done. That's the main point. It's like just getting it done, like not being like diddly battling, or like, oh, I'll come back to that tomorrow. Like, there's no coming back to it. Like, you're doing it, you know what I mean? And these next few months, while the action planet is in Taurus, we are being given the time to get these things done, and to be determined in accomplishing and finishing the things that we want to accomplish and finish. Like I was talking about, like, getting your home in order, like getting it comfortable, and it is also getting it in order, because we do have Vesta in Virgo, and that planet is going to go retrograde. Does it go retrograde this month? Or is that going retrograde? Yeah, it goes retrograde this month. So with Vesta in Virgo, it's helping us to really, get our home, in a very orderly fashion, like the way that we would want it to be. And then, with Mars in Taurus, it's helping us to make our home comfortable. And now that Venus is in Capricorn, we're, being serious about getting these things done in our home. So like there's good earth placements when it comes to us really are getting our home, you know, the way that we want to get it done. You know, like, you know, we're determined, you know, we're focused, you know, we're moving along the way that we should be moving along. So I do want to talk about the movements that happen, you know. So today, with the moon moving into Scorpio, you know, dreams are going to be kind of, you know, very symbolic. It could even be kind of weird, you know, like what the hell is this type of thing, um, you know, and just be very mindful today that you're not allowing your darker emotions to take over, you know, and that you're not focusing on like doing anything that you might regret later, you know. So definitely just like, you know, being, you know, centered today would be very advisable. Now with Mercury, the communication planet, moving into Aquarius, it, you know, the planet Mercury doesn't mind being in Aquarius, because we got to remember Mercury rules two zodiac signs. It rules Gemini, which is the air, which is an air element, and it rules Virgo, which is an earth element. So being in the Aquarius energy, which is another air element, is actually like it's suitable for Mercury there. You know, communication is going to be very different. The communication that we are all going to be experiencing actually has us, you know, having like, you know, feeling liberated, lighter, you know, speaking the truth without, and not without any issues, but speaking the truth without sarcasm and cynicism. Like you're speaking the truth because we know that's it's the best way to get things done, and to get things done in the way that is not only benefiting us, but it's benefiting the person that we're talking to. So it's kind of like negotiating. Like that's what I'm getting. Like, you know, because the Gemini and Aquarius dynamics, they're like they're the people that you don't want to go to negotiate with or debate with, because they will get you in every single angle, and you won't be able to, you know, like debate with them or negotiate with them. Like you're gonna be like, okay, no problem. Oh, that sounds really good. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna give it. So in this time frame that Mercury is in Aquarius, it's like, you know, negotiations are happening, and debates are happening, but they're, you know, it's like the other person, it's like it's there's like no comparison in that not comparison, like there's no competition, I want to say. Like, you know, it's like you kind of like have the cat in the bag ready, like, you know, it's already yours, but you want to make sure that you're speaking that, and you're very clear about that. So we all got to be mindful that we don't fall into this manipulation tactic, you know, like, you know, you're going in with, you know, with this plan, you know, and you know it's going to work out, you know, there's action behind it, you know, you're going to implement this, and you have the gift of gab, and you're going to be able to word it in such a way where, you know, the other person won't be able to say no. Like they're going to agree with you, and they're gonna be like, all right, you know, like, yeah, that actually does make sense, you know, that does sound like it's, you know, a benefit for me, you know. And we just got to be mindful that it is a benefit, you know, because if at the end of the day it's not, you know, then there comes the problem of, you know, of really pissing someone else off, and then you know, all that tactical work, you know what I'm saying, is just gonna like, it's gonna like, you know, the wind is gonna take it, you know what I'm saying, and you run the risk of, you know, it being very short lived. And we got to remember, we're working long term. We're not working, you know, for that instant gratification, for getting things done right now. So we all have to be very mindful, because we could be the manipulator, and we could be the one negotiating. We could be the one debating, you know, because, you know, we want what we want, or we could be at the receiving end, And it's like, oh, that sounds really good, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like every red flag is like telling you no, like pay attention, be observant, take your time. Remember, we still have a lot of earth placements, happening, in the cosmos. So oh no, it's why is my connection saying that it's unstable? So am I still connected? Please wait while we're trying to reconnect. Reconnect. Okay, that was weird. So I hope, I didn't just like go off air there. I decided to sit in my kitchen instead because I've kind of figured that this video might be a little longer, because I want to talk about the movement, like, with the moon in Scorpio. I really don't want to get into it. Like, I don't want to get too deep into that because this moon is only going to be there today, and by tomorrow is already, shifting into Sagittarius. So like just today we just got to be mindful that, we're not are allowing, our bitterness and vindictiveness and, and thinking that we have the upper hand in anything, because we don't. We are learning that this month. We definitely, that was something that we all had to learn in 2020, and we're still experiencing this now in 2021. So like I was saying, with the Mercury in Aquarius, we got to be mindful that, we aren't being manipulated or manipulating others, and that what we are communicating isn't on some like, uh like absolute control type of thing. You know what I mean? I lost my train of thought with the freaking YouTube telling me that it was trying to reconnect. So now with Venus and Capricorn, so this also plays into the negotiating and the debate. So Venus and Capricorn, right? Venus actually likes the Capricornian energy because it knows that the Capricorn energy is about, seriousness. It's about being rewarded. It's about, being stable and taking care of things. And it's, something that it's going to be worthwhile being in because, you come out on top. Right. So with Venus and Capricorn, like it's there just until the end of the month, actually. So it's there for the rest of the month. We want to really assess those that are so this is where the dark side comes out. We're going to be assessing those that are worthy, to be in our presence. And then, there's the lighter side is, realizing your worth. Okay. And how, perhaps you're starting to realize that others aren't, taking your worth into account. Like, they're just like walking all over you. They're completely disrespecting you. To them, it's more about them. They're the worthy one. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're being looked down upon. You're being judged. So in this time that Venus is in Capricorn, it's very much about, worthiness and whether someone is, valuing you or not, and whether or not you value someone else. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of this challenge and this friction, okay, and conflict, because it really comes down to like this conflict of things, because we're trying to really see what is that we need to let go of so we can make room and space for the new, and let's say things want to come back from the past, and back then it didn't work. We really need to take our time and assess and be like, well, is it going to work now? Is it worth it now? You see what I'm saying? So like, there's definitely going to be like this feeling, and what we're working with is worthiness. And then with the Mercury in Aquarius, it's helping us to be able to have those conversations where it's not so serious, okay? Like how when Mercury was in Capricorn, it's not that serious, but there's this, movement, Okay, because the Capricorn energy, we gotta remember it's Earth, so it can get stuck and it could stay, where it's at because it wants what it wants, and it's not going to stop until it has what it wants. So with the Mercury now in Aquarius, it's actually helping us to move what shouldn't be there anymore in order to bring in, what should be there, not what needs, what should be there. Okay, because everybody's working on this vibration of need, want, and desire. Okay, and people are figuring out what it means to need something, what it means to want something, and what it means to desire something. And then everyone's starting to realize that in order for things to materialize and unfold, you do have to step back and observe, and really let people do what they want to do, so you know where you stand with them, right? And I know that's a hard pill to swallow for the majority, because sometimes it's like this wake up call that you get when you realize, oh, this person wasn't even serious about me, or the situations that we were in, like, and then some people get into this mind frame of like, what a waste of time, what a waste of energy, and I always try to explain to people, it wasn't a waste of time or a waste of energy, because you did what you did at that time, and you gave the energy that you gave because it was worth something to you. Okay, and if at the end of the day, either you moved on or the person moved on, you at least got that lesson fulfilled, and now, well, it wasn't, not that it wasn't worth your time, because it was worth your time and it was worth your energy, but now for the next time, if there is a next time, to be a lot more cautious and precautious, and not give as much as you gave before. That's the thing with a lot of people. A lot of people, they constantly give, and they don't know how to receive. And then if the thing comes back, if the person comes back, whatever it is that comes back, and you're being like given this other opportunity. Like yesterday, our card was opportunity. If you're given this other opportunity, you're there to figure out, should I, or should I just really move on? Like, this chapter is indefinitely done. I don't need to go back and revise and edit. Like, it is what it is. It's done. I'm in this new chapter now. So, there's going to be these things, because we got to remember too, Mercury is going to go into retrograde at the end of the month on the 30th. Okay. And it retrogrades in Aquarius. So like I was saying, like right now in this energy that we're going to be in, it's all about negotiating and debating and doing our best not to manipulate, okay, to get what we want. And to be very mindful that we're not being manipulated, okay? Because once Mercury goes into retrograde, it's going to be like, this thing of, it's going to be a lot more complicated, because things are going to be more out in the open. Aquarius is in like, it isn't like, it does know how to investigate and find out information. So there might come a point in that Mercury retrograde where a lot of people are going to retreat and go into the dark and into the shadow, and they're going to like look for all this information. And it's like information that they're going to keep really close to them in order to get what they want. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's more of a benefit for them. So like the negotiating and the debating could get really intense, and people could be like, how did this person know that? Like, did I say that? So then you gotta be very aware that you have all your bearings, okay, and you are really thinking like, did I say that to that person? How is this person finding this out? You see what I'm saying? So like, there's definitely like this risk of of just a lot of manipulation. Like that's all I can really say. Like that's all I'm getting. It's just like a lot of manipulation when it comes to this Mercury in Aquarius, and then once it retrogrades at the end of the month, and then at that same day, you know, Venus is going to leave Capricorn and go into Aquarius, and that's going to be really interesting. I'm pretty sure Venus goes into Capricorn that day. Yeah. So once Venus is in Capricorn, it's gonna get really, I don't want to jump too far ahead. It's gonna get really crazy at the end of the month. But you know, today I'm talking about, you know, Mercury in Aquarius, you know, Venus in Capricorn. So like how I said, today is the day of, you know, a lot of negotiating and debating of, you know, of self-worth and whether or not people, you know, value you and whether or not you value others. And then, you know, also being very aware that, you know, there might be this possibility of having the wool put over your eyes again, even though you had already removed the wool from your eyes and you were seeing everything clearly. So now, you know, there is that risk of having the wool put over our eyes again, you know, and that's like, you know, in the world over, you know, like we could all be very blinded to whatever is happening, and things are happening behind the scenes that we're not aware of, and then that will come to light during the Mercury retrograde, and it's going to be like, where the hell is this coming from, you know? And we really have to be like, okay, is this really benefiting or not? Right. So I am going to say where the planets are positioned today. So the sun is in Capricorn. We're still in Capricorn season. The moon is in Scorpio. Mercury is in Aquarius. Venus is in Capricorn. Mars is in Taurus. Jupiter is in Aquarius. Saturn is in Aquarius. Uranus is retrograding in Taurus. Neptune is in Pisces. Pluto is in Capricorn. True Node is in Gemini. Lilith is in Taurus. And Chiron is in Aries. So we have 1, 2, 3. Right now we have, well, actually we have 4. We have 4 planets in Aquarius because we got to remember the outer planet Pallas is still there. It's preparing us for the grand stellium that we're going to have in February when we have 7 planets in Aquarius. But like, you know, we have good, we have all the elements here. We have fire, earth, water, and air. So, you know, a lot of activity mentally, you know, a lot of activity physically, a lot of activity emotionally, you know, and a lot of activity with our passions, you know, and you know, being inspired. So like, you know, this is definitely a time too, like, you know, if you're trying to work something out with your career, like this would be the time to really get your like I was saying, get all your information together, you know, so you can present it to whomever it is that you want to present it to, and you know, speak about, you know, your worthiness. You know, there's something wrong with you talking about, you know, your worthiness. You know, like if you can't acknowledge your worthiness, you know, others aren't going to do it. So today is definitely one of those days where, you know, you really want to feel worthy and realize that you are worthy. Okay, so these next coming of weeks, you're not being blindsided at all. Okay, so I am still going to use the Animal Kin Oracle deck. Let's see what animal is going to give us a message today. So let's shuffle. And I do want to say thank you to everyone who tunes in, who watches the videos, who comments, likes, and shares. I also want to say welcome to all the new subscribers. I'm so excited about that. The channel is growing. I'm happy. It really encourages me to keep, you know, posting. And like how I said, you know, one week I'll be doing live, another week I'll do recordings. And, you know, this week it's all lives. So, and I am happy, you know, that people are watching it, even if it's a small amount of views, but, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of hard work and determination just to get where you want to get. And you know, in my life, it's always like that. Like, if I really want it, then I have to work towards it. You know, my ADD, you know, makes me like go all over the place. I want to remain focused, and I am focused, and I'm getting this channel to where I would love it to be. So. Please visit the website at the darkside of astrology.com. Read January's forecast. If you are interested in booking a session with me, you can use code YouTube to receive 50% off any service on the site. Take advantage of that, because once I change things around on the website, there's going to be certain things on there that I won't be offering at all. And that code is good for the month. So, see. With the middle. Ooh, Phoenix for renewal. So we definitely could change things around today. The Phoenix is the more, it's one of the animals that represents Scorpio too. I know that, you know, everybody knows Scorpio to be the scorpion, but Scorpio actually has many different forms because of the fact that it's ruled by Pluto, the god of the underworld. And scorpions are known for being very transformative. Like, they know how to transform, they know how to change themselves. You know, they're good at changing others and helping them transform. Also, so the phoenix is actually one of their animals besides the scorpion. The eagle is the other one. This is the eagle, the scorpion, the phoenix. Yeah, there's three of them. Sometimes there's like a fourth animal, but I can't think of it right now. But I like the fact that we got the phoenix today. So this is all about renewal. So like I was saying, you know, things are definitely in that energy of, you know, a lot of change, because we're in this change, you know, it's a 5-year. So, you know, this is definitely a time of renewal. You know, and if, you know, there might be something that comes back from the past, you know, that has risen from the ashes and wants to renew things, whether it's like, let's say it was an idea that you had and it didn't work out at the time, you know, and you kind of like just buried that, you know, well, now it's risen. Like a resurrection, you know. Or it could be a person, it could be a job, it could be a feeling, you know, like I was saying, you know, we do have our moon in Scorpio. So I think I love the fact that this is a phoenix. You know, because like I was saying, you know, the phoenix is one of the other animals that represents Scorpio, and our moon isn't Scorpio today. So today, like, you know, if you aren't feeling any darkness, you might be feeling the sense of renewal. Okay. And you're really like paying attention to your emotions, and your emotions are telling you, you know, it's time to really make things different. You know, we're in this time of difference, you know, we're in this time of change. So why not rise from the ashes and really, you know, become this beautiful phoenix? Like, phoenixes are very magical creatures, you know. They're absolutely gorgeous, you know, and a lot, you know, they're always depicted as, you know, red orange, you know, and I guess it has a lot to do with the flame, right? From where they burn themselves and then they rise, you know, they come back from the ashes. But let me see, and it's a 59, so that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's a 5. It adds up to 14, and 14 adds up to 5, and it's a 5-year. Okay, so, you know, it's a lot of change. Like today, it's like letting you know, take that initiative, start this change. Don't be afraid of it. Like, this change is bringing your renewal. Okay, you're gonna feel renewed. You're going to feel like a different person, you know. But if your emotions are in this dark place, okay, so like the moon is in Scorpio right now, and then dark moon Lilith, which is um our darker emotions, is in Taurus. Scorpio and Taurus are polar opposites to each other. Um, but they really understand each other. You know, like that's the thing with the Scorpio and the Taurus dynamics. It's like there's a really deep understanding between them. Okay. Um, but you really want to be centered today and grounded, that you don't let your mind get the best of you, and then it's inciting your emotions, where it's going to come into like this darkness, and then it's going to lead you for the day and for the rest of the weekend. Okay, we got to remember we're also coming up to our new moon. Our new moon is in 5 days. So, and it's in Capricorn, so we, you know, really want to be grounded and not let our mind play tricks on us, you know. Because again, we have the Mercury and Aquarius, and like I was saying, there's this debate, negotiating type of thing, and there's a big risk, a big probability of being manipulated. Aquarians are good at it. Okay, so you know, you don't want to run the risk of your mind tricking you, okay, into feeling something that's really not there, and then you're running off of, you know, these dark emotions of, you know, of, well, I am, you know, worthy, of envy, of jealousy, of, you know, trying to prove, you know, someone wrong, or, you know, trying to prove yourself right type of thing. You want to be more like the phoenix and feel this sense of renewal, and know that things, you know, are in this new energy. Like there's really no need to be in this energy of, you know, of darkness, of hate, of, you know, of thinking of you know, some sort of vengeance, or like some sort of punishment, right? You know, the scorpions always feel like, you know, they have every right to punish someone, you know. That's why they're like, you know, everyone would like, you know, will tell you, you know, oh, they're really good at bondage and all this shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, they like to feel like they're in control. You know, it's tough being a water sign, you know, because you're nothing but emotions, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times they confuse their emotions with intuition, and their mind really don't help them in figuring out whether it's emotion, it's intuition, or, you know, it's a mental thing, like, you know, it's their mind. You know, it takes many years and a lot of different experiences for them to realize the difference between all three, you know, because they're just a vessel of emotion, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? um but still, you know, like you don't want to fall into this category where you're allowing the worst of your emotions to dictate the rest of your day and the rest of the weekend. You know, because tomorrow the moon will be shifting from Scorpio into Sagittarius, and then once the moon's in Sagittarius, like there's going to be this fuel, this fire, that you want the truth and you want it right now, you know. And Sagittarius energy, like once it's ignited, it's relentless and it's ruthless. It doesn't stop until it gets exactly what it wants, how it wants it, um, and how it wants it. There's no room for change or misinterpretation. Like telling you exactly how it is, you know what I'm saying? So today you definitely want to be this phoenix where you're rising from the ashes, your wings are open, and you're flying the fuck away. And you're not you know, getting yourself worked up. Okay. Mindfulness, a lot of mindfulness today. I'm thankful that here in the US everything seems to be very quiet. And it seems like, you know, some arrests were made, so thank God. So let's definitely be in this energy of renewal. You know, if you do see the phoenix today, do know that this message today was completely affirmed for you. And do something that's, you know, gonna make you feel free and liberated, you know, and that's gonna make you feel like, you know, you are soaring and you're up, you know, in the in the sky, you know, looking at everything and really understanding what you're looking at. So I hope today's message was inspiring, and that you know, it gave inspiration. I don't want to say a sense of comfort, but definitely, you know, inspiration. And I will be back tomorrow with the day's you know, overlook or overview, I should say. And there will be another video being posted later, because there's movement tomorrow. What is moving tomorrow? Yeah, Jupiter sesquadrate the true node. So tomorrow we have an alignment. So that video will be posted later on. And there's two other videos that, you know, it does talk about, you know, the Mercury in Aquarius and the Venus in Capricorn. So you could go ahead and check those out. I'll put it on at the end of the video when YouTube lets me. So thank you everyone for tuning in, for watching, for liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. It really makes me happy, because it really motivates me and inspires me to keep going and to really make this channel worthy of everyone's time and attention. Namaste.